looking at your schedule, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you haven't had one sweep weekend in the ECAC since St. Lawrence Clarkson, I think, way back in November.
Right.
Does that go back to the consistency thing, or are you happy with the way you guys played last week? Was there any problems with effort and all that? And does this team start having to string some wins together if they want to get what they want to get?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely need to string, some wins together to get up, even have a chance for the top four. I think that's just, I'm stating the obvious. But to get back to your original question, yeah, it's been a while since we've swept. But again, this league is, to me, this has been the most dominant, top to bottom, 12 teams I've seen in my time. So I think it's a little bit that has created that on and off, win one game, lose one game weekend for us.
What does this team have to do to string some wins together? What is the biggest thing you think this team has to do now that you have 3 weekends left?
Sure. According to February, come with the same mindset that you have on Saturday night, come with that on Friday night. Because we've won, both our games on Saturday night, but we haven't on Friday night. So, there's no better time against a team that, like Quinnipiac, that likes to start fast, get a stranglehold on you, and just ride it out. Because I can see watching on film, it's an excellent hockey team.
Based on how last season ended, and then you guys already got beat by Princeton once this year, do you have to worry at all that your kids are going to be like, let's get revenge on this team, and that kind of gets away from, the overall goal of what you're trying to do?
Well, I hope not. Playing beginning of the year, you may want to say that, Quinnipiac might have come out of that game a little bit with better results, and I felt that it's just the opposite there at Princeton. I thought we played a really good game there. We just got beaten overtime. I mean, that's one shot away. So, if we can have the same effort, I would say we're looking for the Colgate effort on both nights. That's what we're looking for.
Jason's comments on the radio after this Saturday game last week, he said it wasn't pretty, but you guys got the W. Did you go along with that?
100%.
At this point, is winning more important than looking good?
It's a little bit of both. At this time of year, you want the 2 points. You want to deposit 2 points. But at this, if you're playing well down the stretch, there's a pretty good chance it's going to lead in the playoffs. And, that's what we've always kind of strived to do here. And I think you've seen some of the teams that were successful here, that's what they've done. And we have 3 weekends to figure it out, before playoffs. So, like I said, no time like the present.
Coach, the more we've talked this year, you've emphasized the importance of some victories just because of the weight it carries with the pairwise. What would a win over Quinnipiac do for this group?
About the same it's done for us now. It's kind of kept us alive, within the pairwise. But honestly, haven't really, thought about the pairwise. It's more about the previous questions that have been asked about, consistency and how do you string together, two good games on a weekend.
Right. Can a loss be as damaging as a win can be boosting?
It seems like it. Yeah, it does. And again, you just I credit the guys. Harvard was ahead of us, according to pairwise, and then we finished the job and got it done at Dartmouth, who was behind us. So I'm glad I didn't have to wake up Sunday morning and see us further down on the pairwise.
Brett was talking last week heading into the Harvard game about not taking stupid penalties because their power play is lethal, and clearly it showed itself when you guys played them.
Sure.
But can you kind of gauge were the penalties the kind where that you can kind of live with at the defensive end, or were they questionable ones that you like guys maybe did something dumb?
I felt that last weekend there was only really one that was a head scratcher. And it really didn't help us because we had scored at Harvard, and then we decided that we're going to take a penalty. Now, you don't have to know much about hockey and momentum of hockey to realize that when you score a goal, the last thing you want to do is go out there and take a penalty. It was addressed. We figured, and moved on, and they did a better job at Dartmouth.
When you talked about, when we talked earlier in the year, before you went down to Princeton, it was like, hey, this is the team that ended our season last year.
Mm-hmm.
As time goes on, is that talk going away? As you're preparing now for the task in front of you? That doesn't seem to me like it would be number one on the agenda. Let's get Princeton back.
No, let's have a great practice today, tomorrow, and get ready for Quinnipiac. Then you know what? After we're done with Quinnipiac, we flush it, and then we get on to Princeton. Now, what is said at Princeton Saturday morning? Stay tuned, because I don't know. I don't have that planned out yet.
Do you, as a coach, do you get a gauge of where your team's at? Like, do you have a feeling of what you think you're going to see from them this weekend?
Yeah, I feel good about this weekend. I do. I feel our guys, which everyone's battling is a sickness. Knock on wood, that's kind of gone by the wayside a little bit.
Was that last week?
Yeah, it was last week. And I just feel that, from the aspect of, team mindset after Saturday night's win, and just kind of seeing them, actually hearing them back on the bus, coming home, practice Monday, off day yesterday. Hopefully we got a lot of life the next 2 days of practice, which helps us into the game on Friday.
We've talked about this, I think, probably till you're probably sick of the question coming, probably sick of asking it, but the consistency thing, is this team getting to the point for your liking that it is consistent?
Yeah, no, and I'm not sick of the question at all, because it's one of our staples in our locker room. That's one of the words. So that's on me. That's our staff to get that across, and we're going to keep at it, and that's all we can do, is keep at it to get consistent and try different things to be consistent. We haven't stayed with the same things. We've tried to mix it up a little bit to try to be successful with that, so we're just going to keep at it. We're far from frustrated. I think getting frustrated is just way too easy.
Greg Campbell's been an offensive force of nature lately the last few games. Where did that come from? And another thing Jason said after the one game was we want him to shoot, and he's probably has about 30 crossbars in his career here. How much is that his offense coming from that position, and specifically him, helped you guys lately?
He's been a real Brent Burns for us recently.
Without the beard?
Without the beard, which he's not allowed to have. So. You know what? Greg has had a nice, turnaround, I feel, this year, coming more so, and it's really like the way he's played recently. Not only from the offensive standpoint, but physically, too. He's been relied on a lot when Joe Campbell went down, as well. So he's really helped out some of the younger defensemen, as well, that he's been paired with. So it's, I think he's doing more than just offense for us. Now that I've talked about him, look out.
Asking the same question about the consistency of this team. We were talking to Rick about this team's only had one weekend, this ECAC weekend that you've swept. That's way back in November.
Yeah.
What does this team have to do to get on a roll?
Yeah, it's definitely something we find ourselves talking about in the locker room week in and week out. And in the back of our minds, we know it's been since November. I think, personally, it's a word and a phrase that we use quite a bit. I know in the media and in the locker room, but just everyone has to keep it simple. I think we've shown that. An example would probably be the Colgate game. where we won 6-0. All 21 guys that dressed that night were very simple, and chip pucks in, chip pucks out. Don't try to be too cute, try to be good. And we're pretty effective when that happens. I think we've beaten some good teams this year, but we've also beaten ourselves quite a bit by not being simple. So I think that's what we got to get back to, playing 60 minutes. Each guy that's in the lineup, that's lucky enough to be in the lineup, playing simple.
With all that being said, you have 6 games left in the regular season.
Yeah.
Not much time to
No.
get it right, is it?
Yeah.
Is that something you guys are cognizant of?
Yeah, that's the message. Now urgency and desperation are the two words that spiraling around in the locker room quite a bit. And I think we have to play desperate and urgent. Obviously, 6 games left. We got some ground to make up if we want to have home ice in the first round. And we got some teams that we're playing that are ahead of us. Example, Quinnipiac on Friday. Obviously, they're really good, second place in our league. So it's got to start now if we want to get on a roll for playoffs. We can't just flip a switch when we want to.
I'm sure we asked you this before the first Princeton game, but did you guys have a little extra chip because they were the ones that punked you off last year? Do you have to avoid looking at that time? You probably don't want to get ahead to Saturday before Friday, but you have to be careful not to look at those uniforms and say those are the guys that we all.
I think, yeah, like you said, obviously we don't want to look too far ahead into Saturday. We have a good opponent coming in Friday night in Quinnipiac, obviously. That's going to be no easy task. But as far as Saturday Princeton, I don't think so. Obviously, I think last year, the first game we kind of worried about last year was in the back of our minds. But, they beat us earlier this year. So I think that's more recent, and that's the taste that we have in our mouths now. But, like I said earlier, we're more focused on Quinnipiac for sure. Obviously, they're a really, really good team, top 5 in the country in both pairwise and in the rankings. So we are excited to play them, and it will be no easy task.
You guys have had some success against this team. I don't know, since you senior class, I don't think you lost them since you were freshman.
I don't know exactly, but
How do you think you match up well with them?
yeah, I think we do. Obviously, our league is full of 12 pretty great teams. It's a battle every night. Anyone can beat anyone any night. So, but yeah, I think we've had some good battles with them over my 4 years. They always field a great team, and obviously I think we always field a great team. So it's always a good battle. But yeah, I'd say I think we match up good against anyone in our league. Just if we come and play that night, going back to the consistency thing and keeping it simple and playing to the small details. But guys are excited to get back to Mesa this weekend against Quinnipiac and against such a good team, and we're looking forward to it.
Pep said after that, I can't even remember which game it was, but he said it's good to see Greg scoring. We want him to shoot. He's probably had 30 crossbars in his time here.
Yeah.
Is that
fair
to say?
Yeah, for sure. I've had a fair share of chances here. Obviously, the puck wasn't going in or on, but luckily right now they're starting to go in. Hopefully, I can keep that going for the team here.
How do you feel like your season has gone in general? And Coach also brought up the fact that once Campolito got hurt, you kind of needed to step up on the defensive side of things. So.
Yeah, we have a young group of D here. A great D, set of D, but I think I've stepped up defensively. I've had that role in the past when I played with Jeff Taylor. I was kind of more the defensive guy, and once he moved on, I kind of wanted to show my offensive skills, but never going away from that defensive side of the game. I've always wanted to be a two-way defenseman, and I think I've shown that and proven that over the course of my time here at Union.
What kind of challenge are the two teams you're going to see this weekend present to you guys?
Both teams are really good. We got Quinnipiac is obviously top of the nation right now, top 5. Can't look past them, obviously. They got an unbelievable set of D back there. I think that's their strong suit, their D, and they have a young set of forwards they always bring in great forwards, and it's always a tough task for us. But I think if we play our game like we've shown in the past, and we can compete with them.
Are they the type of team that can absorb an injury like Fortunato's? I know you mentioned how deep they are at defense, but he's one of the best in the country. Obviously,
Yeah.
Now they don't have him for the rest of the year.
Yeah, that's a huge loss to them, but I don't think they're thinking of that. They got to move on, obviously, and I think they have a lot of D that can step up in the big situations, and I think they'll be just fine without him. But obviously, it's a big loss for them. But yeah, just got to keep moving forward for them, I guess.
That doesn't make you guys think differently about them, though, does it?
No, because they got I don't know the points per se, but they got at least 3D with 6+ goals. Like they got a lot of offense ability back there. So we obviously got to worry about them, and also their forwards. They got a lot of skill forwards too.
You guys really have to kick it into gear, don't you, if you want to get some home ice?
Yeah, you know, we've played well in the out of conference games, but for some reason, when it comes to our league, it's obviously tough every night. Like Ryan Walker said, anyone could beat anyone, but it's coming to a time where we need to start putting the pedal to the floor here and start getting these wins for the playoffs and obviously for home ice advantage if we want that.
I think it was Jake might have said it a couple weeks ago, said we talk a good game. Now it's time to act on it.
Yeah.
And that was a couple weeks ago. Now you got 3 weeks left. Are you guys, the seniors know it's coming down to the end?
Yeah.
How urgent and desperate are you guys right now?
You know, it's easy to say that we're gonna be better next game, but obviously we got to show it. We've obviously been a little inconsistent throughout the weekends. You know, we win one, we lose one, we play a good game, we play a bad game, but it's come down to the time where we need to step up and realize that we only have six regular season games left, and they're big games. And if we want to continue this thing going, we got to bear down and win these games.
How do you do it?
You just gotta show up every night, I guess, and willing to win a game, whatever it gotta take. You know, we got players in the locker room that say they want to win, and I know they want to win. And it comes down to block shots, doing the little things right, and playing a simple game of what we preach here at Union.
Thanks, Rick.
All right, thank you.
Greg.